Out of bounds, Detroit basketball.
Pistons fans, welcome to State of the Pistons Part 2. The topic today is revisiting Blake Griffin. Before we get into that, let's start off with this Andre Drummond thing that's going on. Charlotte has been interested in Andre Drummond for over a year. And I'm probably sure they're not the only team. So the report is out and it has the fan base starting to, do what they do. That's what this fan base does. That's what Detroit fan bases do anyway. Listen, the offer is a first round pick and some expiring contracts for a 26-year-old 2020 machine. Kiss my ass, Michael Jordan. And that's probably why the Pistons haven't agreed to it. Michael Jordan tries to finesse people constantly. That's why he's never successful. But for people to say that Stefanski is the finesser, okay. I mean, it's not nothing overly exciting about what the Pistons have done. It's just not. Like I said, I am one of the few people that did not like what they did in the latter part of the draft. I felt like it was better options in the latter part of the draft last year. First of all, if anybody's been finessed, it's been the Pistons. You were finessed into taking Blake Griffin's contract. You were finessed. And fans forgot about it when he started out and he was scoring these points. And, like I said before, fans get blinded by that. Like that's the say-all, be-all to winning basketball games. And it's not. It's been shown time and time again. He had the best scoring team in the NBA, and Golden State lost a championship after the most successful season you can possibly have. You know why? Because they met defense. And that's my biggest problem. When it comes to Blake Griffin, I always compare him to the Knicks' Carmelo. He has a horrific contract. He plays zero defense. If Blake Griffin gets a block shot, I will personally hand one of you $100. Simple as that. He plays no defense. He doesn't rebound the ball. And the ball sticks. When he's on the court, the ball sticks. Everybody throws Blake the ball. The ball is no offensive movement, no offensive flow. Y'all seeing it now. Andre Drummond was damn near averaging a 20-20 before Blake Griffin just came back. So you tell me that it's Andre Drummond. No, the problem is the ball goes to Blake Griffin too much. And there was a problem with him and Chris Paul. Chris Paul wanted to be a point guard and control the basketball. Blake Griffin didn't like that. He wants the ball all the time because he wants to try to play this point forward crap. You're not going to have a successful team with Blake Griffin having the ball in his hands all the time. It's the reason why I said the Pistons always needed a point guard, a true point guard, one that can distribute the basketball and hit guys in the right spots and set guys up, i.e. Drummond and Luke Kennard, and somebody who can shoot the basketball more than 5 feet away from the basket. That has not happened. And the reason why is because we've been bringing in guys like Ish Smith. We got Bruce Brown running the point guard. Reggie Jackson hasn't been healthy. That's just that. But we should have been made adjustments to try to correct that. Yes, we have Derrick Rose now, but Rose cannot play every game. It's a load management situation. And he's also not starting. So, like I said, Andre was averaging a 20-20. The league was taking notice. Twitter was exploding about it. And the Pistons were finally starting to have a player to be talked about in the right light. And then Blake Griffin came. And everything went to shit. You know why it went to shit? Because of the same thing I told y'all all season last season. Blake Ball. How many videos did I say Blake Ball? Nobody wants to hear that. They love Blake Griffin. They idolize this guy because 25 to 30 points. It takes more than 25 to 30 points to win a basketball game. You have to play more than holding the ball and scoring. Simple as that. Nobody's been successful doing that. Nobody. You have a lot of players that can put the ball in the hole, but that does nothing else, and their franchises suck. Karl Anthony Towns. Simple as that, man. You can look cute and score this and that, but the Detroit Pistons have never ever won playing that type of basketball. That is West Coast basketball. This is the East Coast, baby. That ain't what we do. All that running around, trying to do all that scoring and playing no defense, we don't do that here on the East Coast. And Blake Griffin is a West Coast player, and he needs to go back to the West Coast. I was objective when we got Blake Griffin. Even after he scored them big 50-point games, you didn't see me hoorahing and running around in the camera, because I knew where it was leading. And it's led to where it is now. Now he looks like a wounded duck running around the court, and you are paying him ridiculously amounts of money. But the man that's out here while him and Derrick Rose are out trying to fight, giving you more than 20 points, plus 20 rebounds, but on top of that, blocked shots and steals and assists. He literally gave you everything. You don't appreciate him. You still want to trade him out of town because you don't watch Pistons basketball games, and you automatically think, oh, well, no, he just went back into that mode. No. The problem is Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin should not be on the court together. Because you know why? Blake Griffin's going to get the ball. And it is toxic. And we got finessed into taking that contract. The Detroit Pistons have never had a superstar, which I'm going to get to that point next. We cannot be successful playing that type of basketball. We just never have. Giving the ball to one guy and then, just letting him control everything, stopping the ball movement, playing no defense. We never won like that. And a lot of y'all believe this false crap out here about, oh, the league has changed and it's about scoring. And no, it's not. It's the fact that teams don't play defense. If you stop the team from scoring, you have a chance to win. We've seen the most beautiful scoring team in the NBA get beat by LeBron and the Cavs. That point will never be valid to me because I know it's not true. Now, to the point with a superstar, we have never had a superstar. And it never took for us to have that to win championships. It is not a lot of franchises that consistently won in this league at periods of time. The Pistons are one of them. And that was without a superstar. It's all about the way the pieces fit. As simple as, okay, Blake Griffin, when he came here, we gave up Tobias and Avery Bradley, and we all know what happened with Avery Bradley. Avery Bradley was a spitting image of why certain pieces fit certain places. He fits with what the Celtics do. It's no one guy hogging a ball and then everybody else no. He fits there. They play defense there. They play East Coast basketball. Okay, so that was that situation. But you brought Blake Griffin here when nobody else in the league would even touch that contract. In the disparity of, oh, we need a superstar. You got him here. It's a superstar. The Pistons still the 8th seed. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, man, I don't see how you would not want to trade Blake Griffin with that contract, with the health issues, and what he brings to the table as a player. Points is one thing. You have to be able to at least be able to do 2 to 3 things, man. Simple as that. And you don't run not one play for Andre Drummond, but this guy can give you 20 points or more if you engage him in the game. But if you don't want to give him the ball when he's got great post position, you expect him to run around all holly jolly while he's doing all the dirty work? This is the NBA, and these players, they have egos. For you non-jock guys out there, yes, they have egos. You have to be able to let someone eat sometimes. And he cannot eat when Blake Griffin is on the court. It's just obvious. It is literally as soon as Blake Griffin come back, bam. The evidence is there for all the stat nerds that's out there. It's there. But for us who watch the game, we see it. We see it. Dwayne Casey is not that type of coach to have a Blake Griffin. He's not. You know how many times the Toronto Raptors was compared to the 04 Pistons? I know y'all know. We have the right coach, but the personnel is not right. Dwayne Casey is not a throw the ball to Blake Griffin and everybody, get out the way and let him just hog the ball and do whatever you do. That's not Dwayne Casey. That's not the type of coach he is. So it's just not successful. The only reason that I say I want Blake Griffin off this team is because I feel like he doesn't fit. I never felt like he fit. Simple as that. He doesn't fit because he doesn't do anything. When he was in with the Clippers, I felt the same way about Blake Griffin. Man, shit, all he does is dunk, score. That's it. He don't offer you nothing else at the power forward center position. You have to offer something else besides that. You have to at that position. Those two positions are vital. At least rebound the damn ball. Something. Block one shot a game. Just give me that. One shot. You have people out there, yeah, well, Blake, you take charges. Blake took one charge a game last season. You need a lot more than that, Jack. Simple as that. Every couple of games or so, he take a charge, and now you feel like you play defense. You out of your goddamn mind. I don't know. It's my opinion. Maybe I'm tripping. But I'm not willing to give up a 26-year-old that has not had a proper team around him, i.e. Matthew Stafford, has not had proper pieces around him to make him more successful than what he's been. I always look to the franchises, and the fan base are horrible when it comes to decision making. They always say, oh, don't pay him this, get him out of here. But then they go somewhere else, and it's just like, oh, I wish we had him. Did you not just watch the World Series? How many Tigers? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to pay nobody no money, man. And that's what's wrong with you. You don't want to give people... We lost Ben Wallace because the Pistons didn't want to pay him. And he went elsewhere and he sucked. You know why? Because he didn't fit in that system. But he deserved every goddamn dollar he was asking for. Joe Dumars, nope, we're the Pistons. We don't pay people. It's just not what we do. We'll trade you and take a horrific contract, though. That's what we do as Detroit franchises. We'll take players when we have no business getting them. We'll take Blake Griffin. We'll take Mike Daniels. You see, we'll take TJ Lane. We'll take these players knowing that they have injury issues or what the hell ever, and we'll give them that money. Instead of paying the players who fucking earn the money, no. We're going to take the players that don't deserve the money. We're going to trade you to take a horrific contract that everybody else in the league laughed at. And we're the finessers? Man, please. I'll catch y'all later.